The Philippines, being an archipelago, is surrounded by seas and oceans. Because of this, the Philippines is rich in coastal areas which are affected by the rising and receding tides. These areas, which are constantly exposed to the changing tides, are called intertidal zones. Intertidal zones are home to many kinds of marine animals and birds. The daily changes in the tides play a major role to the life of living things in this area. Areas where seawater meets the fresh water from the rivers is also a home to various kinds of animals. These areas are said to have brackish waters, which means they have a mixture of salt water and fresh water. These areas are called estuaries. Because of its very unique characteristic, some organisms choose to reproduce in these areas. For such reasons, this is also called as nurseries of the seas. Coral reef are the areas of estuaries, which part of the subtidal zone where biodiversity is rich. Biodiversity refers to the abundance of different living organisms living in an area. Coral reef provide shelter to thousands of fish. The corals themselves are animals that feed on plankton. These corals form reef that protect the coast from strong waves and currents. However, coral reef are very sensitive. An abrupt change in water temperature may cause death to sea animals. Salt marshes are areas in the estuary that are filled with seawater during high tides and are drained during low tides. They are marshy because they are filled with decomposing plant matter. Organisms found in salt marshes are clams, mussels, oysters, crabs, snails, and shrimps. Plants found in salt marshes are sea grasses and other plants that are tolerant of salt water. Salt-tolerant plants are called halophytes. Mudflats or tidal flats are areas in estuaries where mud from the seas or rivers is deposited. They are usually the areas for migratory birds, crabs, sand dollars, mussels, clams, mollusks, shellfish, and some fish. Algae, like sea lettuce and sea spaghetti, provide food for the herbivores in this area. Rocky shores are areas in estuaries where solid rocks are found. Animals found in the rocky shores are plankton, brittle star, starfish, hermit crab, barnacle, limpet, mollusk, periwinkle, shore crab, shrimp, and prawn. Since many of the organisms on rocky shores are herbivores, seaweeds provide food for them. Large predators in the rocky shores are fish and migratory birds. Mangrove forests are areas in the estuary that are filled with mangrove trees. These trees have adapted to salt water. Mangroves protect the coast against erosion caused by waves, winds, and tides. They also protect coral reef and seagrass beds from silting or deposition of sand. Mangrove forests are also breeding grounds for different kinds of fish and shellfish. Other organisms found in the mangrove ecosystems are algae, barnacles, oysters, shrimps, lobsters, and crabs.